Hey everyone, welcome to Adventures with Edna. I'm Chris. Today we're here at Oakwood Cemetary in Spartanburg, South Carolina. But the locals call this Hell's Gates. I couldn't find any actual reference on where the name originated from other than people calling it that. But this is supposedly the most haunted cemetery in the state of South Carolina. So today we're going to go through here and take a little look at it. I've actually been to this cemetery before. I came here back in my early 20s, late teens, so a little over 20 years ago I was here. I remember coming out here with friends and goofing off at night and trying to scare each other. What little I do remember from the trips I was out here is this angel right here supposedly watches you as you move through the cemetery. And I guess it's kind of like the Mona Lisa, where it kind of looks like the painting's looking at you wherever you are, but that's what I remember from this little part. But we're going to continue journeying down through the cemetery and get into the older parts, like the Potter's Field, where the people were originally buried that were poor and didn't have the money for the nicer lots like this. There's also a children's cemetery in here, so we're going to check that out too. Most of what I can see so far, all the graves, this must be the newer part of the cemetery because it looks like a lot of the dates. The newest one I see is 1981. I'm seeing a lot of 1930s. I didn't have an exact map of how to actually go through here. I watched a few videos online on this cemetery before coming out here, and there's been some paranormal investigators out here, some of which caught some noises on audio. There's other people that claim that their phones or cameras, like the batteries drained super quick. Hopefully that won't be the case here, because that'll be the end of my video real fast. Now I'm trying to find my way down to the older part of the cemetery where the Potter's Field is at. Some of the stories that I read involve a early story. I don't remember the year exactly, but supposedly a mother and her child came down here and checked out or they were visiting a loved one, and the child wandered off while the mother was at the grave, and I forgot exactly how the child died. I think he fell onto the railroad tracks or something, and then later his mother committed suicide. There seems to be a lot of reports of people performing satanic rituals out here, none of which I was able to find any further stories on, other than people just saying they'd seen people out here wearing black or just doing different stuff. There's been some reports of people grave robbing. Some of this was just various articles I found online. There was an SCETV video that I saw. All right, we're stopping here. I see a good spot where you can see the railroad tracks, so we're going to walk down that way. I don't know exactly where the Potter's Field is. Some of the videos were mostly just interviews and not actual people out here wandering around, so hopefully I can fix that with this video. The Potter's Field would be very poor with a lot of unmarked graves. So far I'm seeing a lot of large tombstones. Getting down to this lower part here, I am seeing some smaller graves. There's some flowers over there. Those may have just gotten over here from the wind. This bottle doesn't look very old. Oh man, got the Mad Dog 2020. Apparently this tree right here has got cancer. There's a bunch of fallen trees right here close to the railroad tracks. I'd kind of like to see what's down at the bottom here. It looks more like there's a creek or something down this way. A really old tire up ahead. There's a bunch of bricks right here. Almost looks like somebody tried to start a fire. There's an old Firestone. Looks like it's back from the Edna days. So it's very small creek down here. It's getting a lot steeper. Look at the size of this tree. There's a small culvert down there. Some kind of tin barrel. There's a railroad tie up there. There is a lot of briar bushes down here. Tin bucket. Don't know if the camera caught me slipping and busting my rear end. Just full of leaves. I thought it might be cool. Now I gotta figure out how to get back out of here. Well, I wasn't expecting to fall into the creek, but I did. My shoes are all wet. And I got mud all over my rear end. Alright, this is an active railroad track running alongside the cemetery, which is through the woods there. It's a pretty little pond down there. There's some kind of ground plate with a wire attached to the track. Now, I wouldn't recommend going down an active railroad track, but I can see far enough that if a train comes, I can get out of the way. One of the ways you can tell that this is an active track versus the abandoned railroad track that we checked out in a previous video is the tops of the rails here are shiny where wheels have been going across them, but on an abandoned track all of that would be rusted out. So this shows signs that a train has been through here recently. This may not be going anywhere, but I kind of want to go around the corner here and see what's going on there. Some of the landscape through here is definitely pretty. So if anything, we may not see anything haunted. We got some nice scenery to look at. The track kind of curves around over here, back to the other way. And go up here and check out the bridge. Looks like there's a bridge that goes underneath it. I made it up off of the railroad tracks back into the cemetery. That was 1823 to 1938. We're in a different part of the cemetery now, so technically Edna's lost because we can't even see where I parked her. There's no number there. It says 1940 something to December 1942. Asleep in Jesus. Not sure exactly what that is. Maybe a vault for a small grave. If you know what that is, leave a comment below and let us know. Looks like there's part of another one over here. Some old crypts here. This one must have been broken into because there's nothing down in there. I was trying to read this one, but the dates wore off real bad. It looks like died 18 something. 18. Not sure, maybe 1817. This grave, I remember coming out here when I was younger. I remember people referred to it as the Warlock. This guy, John Belton White, was a World War hero. He was born July 7th, 1889, near Glen Springs, South Carolina. He died in an automobile accident in May 12th, 1920. And the reason that he's referred to as the Warlock is written on this side of the grave, where he was wounded 63 times in battle. He was awarded a Purple Heart. He was a part of the Gulf Company 28th Infantry 1st Division, American Expeditionary Forces. So he was a war hero that unfortunately died in a car accident. There's a very old grave that's sunk in. August 4th, 1907 to January 10th, 1969. He served during World War II. Fun fact for anybody wanting to check out Hell's Gates, Oakwood Cemetery is listed on TripAdvisor as a place you should come visit and plan on spending about 1 to 2 hours. Good news, I found Edna. She is way over there. This grave here says December 24th, 1884 to October 18th, 1918. Blessed Resurrection. And I think we made it to the children's section. There's a lot of toys placed here. From what I read online, you can supposedly hear laughter out here if you come out here late at night. Sounds of children playing. I think that's Goldar from the Power Rangers. I don't remember her name, but she was in the Lego movie. Looks like February 26, 1912? Or is that no, that's 1962. This is a grave that I saw when I was researching online. James M. Harris, February 6, 1885, died November 8, 1954. This is a very old grave marker. It's a old 2x4 with a tin sign on it. This one's made from old posts. July 23rd, 1932 to July 5th, 1933. (1864 to 1934). Definitely one of the older parts of the cemetery. It doesn't look very well upkept. 1898 to 1918. This is part of a stone. I don't know if this is even a grave. Another stone right over there. Martha Ann Holt, 1876 to 1918. (1869 to 1930). So far, I'm not sure if I've seen the Potter's Field. Supposedly in 1914, they moved over 100 graves out here to make room for new developments. From what I can find on Google Earth, I think I've pretty much walked through most of it. There is a funeral going on up over the hill over there, so I kind of don't want to walk over there and disturb that. Trying not to be as disrespectful, if at all possible. On a side note, I haven't seen the lady in white. Supposedly she can be seen walking among the graves. I don't know if that's necessarily at night or not, but haven't seen her. Did see an old man with a golf club walking through here. I don't know if he was just playing through. Did see another grave that had a golf ball on it. I wonder if he was looking for that. The name on this grave was just too interesting not to mention. There's another crypt that's caved in. I wonder if that's just from age or vandals. There's another one right there. That's kind of sad to see. This grave is probably the oldest one we've seen so far. September 22nd, 1818. Died May 4th, 1901. Born February 17th, 1923. Died May 31st, 1861. These trees were really cool. I just kind of wanted to put them in the video. This seems interesting, the Ezel grave. There's a grave here, or not a grave, but a street here in Spartanburg called W.O. Ezel Boulevard. And I think that was a big name in Spartanburg at one time. I wonder if there's any relation here. Fire sheets just seemed like too cool of a last name not to mention. Alright, so I pretty much walked the entire cemetery. Saw some really cool graves out here. Nothing actually haunted happened. Didn't start feeling sick. Battery on my camera didn't drop. At least not from anything other than the normal filming taking up a lot of battery. Seemed pretty cool overall. Hopefully I didn't miss anything. If you like this video, please hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. Don't forget to share it with your friends. I've gotten quite a few new subscribers in the past few days, so I'm hoping to hit 100 subscribers, which is not a lot by terms, but I'm very grateful of everybody that's already subscribed. I got Chance coming back on Tuesday. It would be great if I could hit that number between now and then, so that just means only 4 of you need to subscribe to my channel. Anyway, that's going to be it for today, and hopefully we'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching Adventures with Edna.